Hello everybody and welcome to the Ecolinguists channel. In this episode we are going to see if Irish can understand Welsh and if Welsh can understand Irish. We have special guests with us today who have prepared a number of language challenges that are going to help us find that out for you. But before we proceed to the language challenges, let's meet our guests.
Diogwyd, Robert MacDonald Sam Dom Tom as Irin a Heron, Tom Abel te Gwelga, Frankish, piece of Germanic, a Chaint, Tra Minishi Machoni I London, Sebratnach, August Inuf Tom Tosulum her Megme piece of Hishkent.
Angharad ydw I, dwi'n byw yng nghanolbarth Cymru, lle dwi wedi bod yn fyw rhan fwyaf fy mywyd. Dwi'n siarad Cymraeg, Saesneg, Almaeneg, Ffrangeg, Norwyeg a rhywfaint o Eidaleg. Dwi wedi dysgu tipyn bach o Gaeleg yr Alban hefyd, a rhaid cyfaddau blynyddoedd nôl nes I gwbl o wersi mewn Gwyddeleg gyda ffrindiau, ond dim lot, really, bod yn honest, so bydd ddim yn lot o help I fi heddi dwi ddim yn credu. Dwi wedi anghofio'r cwbl erbyn hyn.
Great, so welcome to the show. Let's start with the first challenge. The first challenge is going to be about a word description. So Robert is going to describe a word to Angharad in Irish, and Angharad will be responding in Welsh, and we're going to see if there is any mutual intelligibility happening there. So let's start.
An céadachal is say an focal couple. Is say sin an focal couple. So cade couple is anvaha being in a coni tevin I fair Oblínta atá chatte beidir go meid tú in all dulgadi an shoppa an couple tá cahar tá bín sé ihe fair tá siad anna tagin siad I dath difriúla go minic bín siad down tá grúig fada aice bhfuil is a good.
Wel, dwi wedi clywed rhai geiriau dwi yn meddwl mod I yn deall nhw, ond ar y cyfan roeddwn I ddim yn deall llawer ohono fe. Rhaid cyfaddau. Serch hynny, glywais I y gair am gair, a glywais I y gair dwi'n ceisio gweithio allan beth ydy cobl, a rhywbeth fel yna, sydd yn atgofio fi o'r gair Cymraeg ceffyl, a felly dwi'n dweud mai ceffyl yw'r gair. Ceffyl yn Saesneg ydy horse.
Right, that's right. I got a little bit, I think I understood the words understand. Did you say atnaha?
Deall, understand.
Okay, yeah. Right. So the words is caval.
Yeah, and ceffyl in Welsh it is, and I guess that's related to cavalry and the French cheval as well. So yes, ceffyl cabal. Yes, I worked that out. I had a slight advantage. I did recognise the word that you said before. It was Fakla began with an H or something, which meant word. So I knew that you were introducing a word at that point, and that was the word that I had to look for. So there was a slight advantage there. But yes, from that point onwards, yeah, I actually worked that one out. I'm quite pleased.
Well done, really. I'm impressed. So Robert, could you repeat the Irish word again?
So the word is couple, which means horse.
Horse.
Couple.
Yes, and the Welsh word?
Would be ceffyl.
So I think we are ready for another challenge, but this time around we're going to switch places, and Angharad, you're going to describe a Welsh word, okay?
Felly, y gair cyntaf yn yr iaith Cymraeg ydy yr gair gwywer. Mae hynny yn air sydd gweddol anodd I dweud bod yn onest, ond anifail yw'r gair, yw y gwywer hefyd, fel y gair diwetha, wnaethoch chi sôn amdano. Mae gwywer yn anifail bach, mae fe'n byw yn y coed, mae fe'n gallu bod yn lliw llwyd neu yn lliw goch. A dyna'r y gair I ti. Gwywer.
Ceapam gur bhfuil dair duine beidir an focal sin hiagam an focal duine me ach ní lisam na focal ella. So is cinál duine é ach céin cinál duine. Dúirt tú freisin gair, fi sé gair, so duine gair rud mar sin ní lisam cad atá gair. Ach beidir go bhfuil sé ceangailt leis an focal Francís géir, so duine a bhín ag trid I cogant rud mar sin. So warrior? No.
Nag ydi. Gwywer. I believe there is a cognate in Irish for this, and I can't remember what it was, but it's squirrel. Squirrel is difficult enough to pronounce in English too, isn't it? It's one of those tongue twisters. I included the words for grey, llwyd, and for red, coch, in the hope that there might be some cognates there that you might pick up on as well. And I used the word anifail for animal, and describing its environment. For example, I said it lives in a coed, in a wood. I don't know if those things might have been things that you might have, if there were any cognates that you could have picked up on to realise that there was a grey or a red thing which lived in woods.
Yeah, yes. So Robert, so what made you think about the warrior first?
Yeah, so I thought you had said what I heard is dinna gerach or something along those lines. So dinna being the word for person, and then ger, which I thought maybe was connected in some way to guerre in French or something like that. But so that's where it was a bit of a leap on that one. But the colors were definitely not cognate as you would think. Colors might be.
So yeah, this is the problem when the languages are sufficiently different that you can't actually pick up. Possibly, did you get the fact that it was gwywer, which was the word that I was after? Because what I think I said is dyna'r gair, which means that this is the word. Dyna'r gair means this is the word. Gair meaning
I see.
word.
Okay.
Dyna'r gair, gwywer.
Donna is what tripped me up.
Donna is here is.
Dinner.
Donna is here is.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay.
Yes. So Robert, how do you say squirrel in Irish then?
So in Irish that would be ira, I-O or a, ira.
Yes. So it is cognate.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So I think we can do it one more time. Again, starting with the Irish word and then moving on to the Welsh word again, okay? Because I think it's going great, so we can do that.
Okay, so is an focal Oglish. So Oglish, Cade Oglish. So sa blinta chacha, ura wan sa shockton, chuig du cadi an Oglish, focal ela dun Oglish is a shapel. Bhí na lán daoine is teach ann, timpeall céad duine is stig in sa Oglish, agus bhín siad is stig le dé, agus an sagart, agus gach duine an sin, agus sin é.
Felly, y gair y ti'n gofyn I fi weithio allan yw Oglish. Ydw I wedi dweud hynny'n iawn? Ydw. Oglish. A dwi ddim yn gallu credu am unrhyw beth yn Gymraeg sydd yn debyg o gwbl, a dwi ddim yn gallu gweithio allan dim byd o hynny. Oglish.
Ceapam gur dúirt tú an focal credu, credibh, tá an focal sin ceangailte leis. So credu is sin tá tú an fat ceart.
Credu.
Ceapan.
Nawr
Nílas
te,
nílas
dwi ddim wedi deall llawer o'r holl peth, bod yn onest, ond mae credu yn air yn
an
Gymraeg.
dé saoan tain tú ann.
Oh,
So tá seach lá sa seachtain an seachtú lá saoan tain tú go dtí an Eaglis.
nawr te, mae Siacht yn meddwl 7, dwi yn siŵr o hynny. Felly, ond dwedais ti jyst nawr y gair credu, a dwi ddim yn gwybod o ble mae hynny yn dod, ond yr unig peth fi'n gallu meddwl am yw, felly na i ddweud y gair Cymraeg credu, sef believe neu think yn Saesneg.
Right. Well,
Is that the correct answer?
That's not quite the correct answer, but so I heard credu, which may have thrown us a little bit, because in Irish, creduv means faith, and that's connected to the word Eaglis, because Eaglis is church.
Oh yes.
So,
Oh,
Angharad, would you have guessed that then? If you had more time?
Well, no. I mean, the Welsh word is eglwys, so again, it's a cognate.
Okay.
And yes, the problem is getting all the words around it. And if I'd managed to understand, I think, a little bit more of the connections,
Right.
it's clearly cognate. But
I think it may be, they both may come from Latin as well.
yes, they
to
do. Ecclesiastical and yes.
As opposed to any sort of Celtic connection.
Yes. No, I feel annoyed at myself for not working that one out, actually, I have to say.
So we can do one more with Welsh this time. So whenever you're ready, Angharad, we can move on to the next challenge.
Iawn. Yr ail gair sydd gyda fi I ti yw'r gair prifysgol. Nawr te, mae prifysgol yn lle mae pobl yn mynd I fyfyrio. Mae myfyrwyr yn mynd I brifysgol I wneud pynciau I astudio, ac mae yna prifysgolion o gwmpas Cymru mewn llefydd fel yn Aberystwyth, Caerdydd, Bangor, Abertawe, a Llambed Pont Steffan. Y gair yw prifysgol.
An raibh sé rud éigin ceangailte leis an scoil a chuaigh tú go dtí, rud mar sin dúirt tú staidéir ó rud mar ceangailte leis sin, so beidir nílas dúirt tú an teanga camera agus an scoil nílas agam. An raibh sé anam don scoil. Is it school?
Prifysgol?
Is it primary school? Or university?
Yes!
Right. Wow, one.
You got this, yes. Angharad, before your comment, like Robert, what gave it away to you as an educational institution? One of those that.
So I think I heard the word skull, which is like the Irish word for school, or something to do with staidéir, which sounds like studying. Also, I mean, you use the word camera a lot, and I think I heard saint something. So I sort of thought that might be connected to some kind of a religious institution or school or university. What threw me off though was príomh. I would have thought príomh would come before. I like primary or preparatory school, as opposed to like. Does it mean post?
It means main, most important.
Oh, okay, I see.
High,
Yeah,
upper.
Sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's interesting. And what's the word for it again? What's
so príomh is upper, whatever you want to call it. And ysgol is school.
Okay, right.
There's one of those things which, if I remember rightly, is quite common in Welsh. The Y at the beginning, where the Goidelic languages don't have, and they begin with an S, if I remember rightly. I mean, I don't know why Welsh managed to put the Y's in front of them, because clearly it's school in English as well.
Interesting. University
Yes,
in Irish would be old school. So you have
yes,
that little prefix.
yeah. But you also have the word preve in some sense, don't you? I
Yeah,
think.
you'd have it for meaning primary or like main.
Okay. Oh, Maine. Well, there you are.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
So Maine would be the connection which presumably Welsh took and decided that it meant most important. Therefore, it must mean university. This is
right.
interesting.
Right.
Okay, so before we move on, Angharad, could you repeat the word for university in Welsh?
The word for university in Welsh is prifysgol.
So this is it. This is the end of the first Celtic language challenge on the Ecolinguist channel. If you'd like to see more videos like this, and if you're a speaker of any Celtic language, you are welcome to volunteer. There is a form to fill in the description box below. This way we can make more videos like this and see if there is any mutual intelligibility between the Celtic languages. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.